Hello, welcome to the Squirrel Tale. On this video, I'm going to be showing you how to stain a stock using Aqua Fortis. Now, Aqua Fortis is a traditional stain used to finish long rifles, or in this case, a pistol stock. It is acidic, and I'm not sure on the chemistry on how it works, but basically the acid makes the wood various colors depending on the wood and the acid. And it's a traditional finish, very durable finish too. Now the first thing you want to do is you want to do all your regular staining prior, or scraping depending on which you choose. In this case, for this pistol, I went with a scrape finish. But what you want to do is you want to, before you even do it, you want to raise the grain. And then you want to raise the grain in steel wool. That way you don't have any small pieces of wood come up. So you're going to take a light, and I mean lightly damped rag, and just go over the wood like that. You don't want to soak it, but just kind of rub the wood down like that with a damp rag. Doesn't mean and then you want to, after you dampen the wood down, you want to dry it with a heat gun. And this will raise the grain, and then you take a piece of steel wool, and that will knock any of the high whiskers off. After you do that, you want to take some fine 4-0 steel wool and go over the whole thing. And you'll spend some time doing this. Really make sure you get all of it polished up. After you get everything steel wooled down, very good. I would recommend, no, this isn't, I am going off by what Nate showed me when I did a stock with it. And I also read the instructions on Track of the Wolf to jog my memory. But you do want to, I would definitely let it sit a little bit just before you do the stain, just to make sure you get all the moisture out of the stock. So at least, overnight, better part of a day minimum, I would say. So any moisture can evaporate out, and then I would probably steel it one more time after that before you stain. But once you get to this point, you're ready to stain. So now that the stock is all sanded and prepped, got all the high grain down, and it's 100% where you want it, it's now time to actually apply the Aqua Fortis. Now, a few things to consider. You want to be wearing good chemical resistant gloves like these that I got. Yeah, they didn't have them in the 1800s, but I'm not concerned about getting acid burns. Another thing is you want to be wearing covered pants and shoes. I'm not sure exactly how hard this would be on the skin, but an acid solution on the skin doesn't sound fun. And I would definitely say some sort of eye protection glasses, goggles, something like that. Because yeah, I don't know how big of a concern it is, but getting acid splattered in your face sounds like a bad idea. But those things in mind, you're going to need, to do this step, you're going to need a bottle of Aqua Fortis, like this stuff here. You can get this at Track of the Wolf or Dixon's muzzleloading shop. If you're in Pennsylvania, and I'm sure there's other muzzleloader supply stores that keep it on hand. You're going to need something to apply it with, either brushes or swabs. And make them ones that you don't mind throwing out. I would not use expensive stuff on this. You need a heat gun. And you're also going to need some ammonia, and you want to put it in a spray bottle. So, to get started, we're going to apply the Aqua Fortis. So, I'm going to use my big swab and get a little bit on the swab. And you really want to be thorough, make sure you don't miss any spots. It's not like a stain where it's easy to go back through and fix any mistakes, because once you apply the heat, that color's that color. And then I'm going to thoroughly go over every bit. Again, really making sure I'm getting it all. I'm going to use this big swab on the outside surfaces. Now you should do this on a sample piece of wood, because you don't quite know what color you're going to get, and if it's a color you don't like, you're kind of crap out of luck. I'm kind of indifferent on this pistol on what color I end up with. So that's why I'm willing to use Aqua Fortis. But if you want a particular tone, you are better off using commercially available stains. By the lock there. And now I'm going to take the little one and I'm going to do the barrel channel. because you don't want the barrel channel to be white to show through it. I'm going to do inside the mortises. Make sure I get a little bit. Now that I got a good coating, I'm going to take the heat gun and start evenly applying heat. So here's the stock after I applied it. As you can see, it's kind of a nice reddish brown color, what I wanted. So now what next thing you want to do is you want to neutralize the acid. And to do that, you want to lightly spray everything, that's not very light, with ammonia. Especially where there's any place where metal touches, because you want to get that acid neutralized. Now that's when you're doing this, you especially want to do it outside, because I don't know what fumes the acid has, but I know the ammonia, or in a well ventilated area, you know, with exhaust fans and stuff. But the ammonia, that boy has some strong fumes. So, and then I'm going to let that dry a while, and then move on to the next step of finishing it.
Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe for more great content, and check out our Instagram page at @SquirrelTailShow.